The rain poured down like the sky itself was weeping. On a cracked sidewalk in a forgotten part of the city, 23-year-old Daniel Carter stood soaked to the bone. His only suit, borrowed from his church pastor, clung to his skin like wet paper. He didn't have an umbrella. He didn't have a car. And most painfully, he didn't have time. Daniel had one shot to escape poverty. Raised in a broken home, Daniel knew what hunger felt like, what cold winters without heating meant, and what it was like to watch your mother cry silently over unpaid bills. His father left when he was 6. His mother worked 2 jobs and still came home to an empty refrigerator. The only thing that kept Daniel going was hope and a scholarship to a modest college. Today was the biggest day of his life. A prestigious marketing firm in downtown Chicago had selected him for an interview. It was a miracle he even made it this far. His professors had written glowing recommendations. He had prepared for weeks. If he landed this job, it would mean he could finally support his mother, maybe even put his younger sister through school. The job interview was in 45 minutes. It was a 30-minute train ride away. He had timed everything perfectly. But fate had other plans. As he hurried past a narrow alley, he heard a scream. A child's scream, sharp and terrified. He froze. For a second, Daniel thought about ignoring it. Maybe someone else would help. He glanced at his watch. But the scream came again. This time, it was desperate. His feet moved before his mind could protest. He dashed into the alley, heart pounding. In the dim light, he saw a small boy, no older than 5, trapped under a pile of collapsed wooden crates near a dumpster. His leg was pinned, and blood trickled from a cut on his forehead. "Hey! Hey, kid, it's okay, I'm here," Daniel said, dropping to his knees. The child whimpered, "I can't move." Daniel pulled with everything he had. The crates were heavy, soaked from rain, splintered and sharp. He cut his hand, tore his shirt, but he kept going. When the last crate was finally off, Daniel cradled the crying child and called 911 on his old, cracked phone. The paramedics arrived 10 minutes later. As they took the child away, one of them asked Daniel his name. "Daniel Carter," he said, breathless. The medic smiled. "You just saved that kid's life." Daniel nodded, then checked the time. He was late. He ran to the train station. Missed the train. Took the next one anyway. He arrived at the firm 45 minutes after his interview was scheduled. Out of breath, shirt soaked in blood and rain, eyes pleading. "I had an emergency," he said to the receptionist. "Please. Just let me explain to someone." But rules were rules. "We're sorry, Mr. Carter. The interview panel has left. There are no reschedules." He stood there, frozen. His one chance, gone. He walked home in silence. His mother met him at the door. She didn't ask why his hands were cut or why his suit was torn. She just pulled him into her arms. And for the first time in years, Daniel cried. The next week was the hardest of his life. He applied to other jobs, but nothing compared to the one he lost. Rent was due. His mother's health had been worsening. He began to feel like maybe dreams really were only for the rich. But then, something incredible happened. He got a call from a number he didn't recognize. "Is this Daniel Carter?" a woman asked. "Yes? I believe you saved my son." It was the boy's mother. Her name was Dr. Evelyn Brooks, a renowned pediatric surgeon at Chicago Memorial. Her son, Ethan, had wandered off while she was loading groceries. He had been missing for nearly 20 minutes when Daniel found him. "I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there," she said, voice thick with emotion. "My son is everything to me." Daniel was speechless. "I asked the paramedics for your name. Then I did some digging. I know about the interview you missed." He stayed silent. "I also sit on the board of the same marketing firm," she continued. "You were the top candidate." Daniel blinked, barely able to breathe. "I had your file pulled. I was impressed even before I knew what you did. Would you still be interested in working with us? He stammered, yes. Yes, absolutely. She smiled through the phone. Come in Monday morning. Your interview will be with me. And Daniel, thank you for being the kind of person this world desperately needs. Daniel got the job. Not out of pity, but because he earned it and because he had the courage to do the right thing even when it cost him everything. Within a year, he was promoted. He moved his mother into a safer neighborhood. He started a scholarship fund for underprivileged students. And every Sunday, he took Ethan Brooks out for ice cream. He never forgot that day. The choice. The scream. The cost. But he also never forgot what he discovered in that moment. Sometimes, the right decision will feel like a loss at first. But when you lead with compassion, the universe finds a way to pay you back in ways you could never imagine.